Hey everyone, it's Nikki Pursuit. Today I had the chance to attend the 8th annual Toy Drive at B&J Drive-In here in Ventura. And wow, what an amazing community event. From classic cars to bikes, clubs, families and solo enthusiasts, everyone came together for one purpose, donating toys, stuffies, blankets and bringing some holiday magic to local children and families in Old Town Saticoy. The atmosphere was festive, the turnout was incredible and the spirit of giving was definitely alive. I'm excited to take you along with me and show you everything I experienced at this year's Toy Drive. Let's jump right into it. Here's how the day went. Originally, I planned to hit two events that morning, the Brunch of Cars Meet in Valencia and then the Toy Drive. But when I arrived in Valencia, it looked like no one had really shown up. So instead of waiting around, I headed straight over to Saticoy to make the most of the day at the Toy Drive event. The car meet, there was a little bit of everything: classics, modern builds, and of course some beautiful lowriders. Lowrider culture has deep roots here in Southern California, especially within the Chicano community. It really began after World War II as a form of cultural expression, where cars were transformed with lowered stances, detailed paint, and that signature low and slow style. For many, lowriders became a rolling statement of identity and artistry, even resistance, during a time when these cars were unfairly targeted and even banned. Over the years, the scene evolved from simple static drops to full hydraulic setups, influencing car culture around the world. Seeing lowriders represented at a community event like this always feels like a nod to that history and the people who built it. About events like this is the mix of car culture and charity, something with a much deeper history than most people realize. Toy drives themselves go back over a century, starting with early philanthropic groups in cities like New York in the 1800s. By the 1920s, formal toy drives were becoming common, and in 1947, the Marine Corps launched the very first Toys for Tots drive right here in Los Angeles, collecting over 5,000 toys and eventually growing into a national tradition. Car clubs eventually began merging their passion for vehicles with these charitable efforts. Car drives, not the test drive kind but organized meets and cruises, became a way for enthusiasts to come together, show off their builds, and donate toys or other items for families in need. It created this perfect blend of community, culture, and giving back. So when you see a toy drive paired with a car meet, it's really a continuation of a long tradition. People using their love of cars to support their local community in a fun and meaningful way. In Saticoy, a town with deep roots in transportation history. Once an agricultural crossroads, its roads were often wiped out by floods, especially after the 1928 St. Francis Dam collapse, which destroyed the Saticoy Bridge and forced cars to detour through the riverbed. Over time, the route became Highway 118, growing busier through the decades. Today, traffic and trucking define the area, making it a fitting backdrop for a community car meet. favourite so far? Comment below. I made a quick stop at Michael's to do some craft shopping and pick up a few things I needed before heading home. Up spotting this beautiful classic, a C3 Chevrolet Corvette. This generation, often called the Shark Corvette, ran from 1968 to 1982 and became one of the most iconic shapes in American sports car history. In the early 1970s, Corvettes like this one carried over the aggressive styling from the late 1960s with those dramatic fender curves, the long pointed nose, and the fastback rear window. Even with the changing performance regulations of the era, the C3 kept its reputation for being bold, loud, and unmistakably American. Cars like these became symbols of freedom and raw horsepower, popping up in everything from car magazines to TV shows. And today, seeing one out on the road feels like spotting a rolling time capsule. Definitely not a bad sight to end the day with.